Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading to the channel. All right, so today, you guys, I'm here to give you your ancestor message. All right, so your ancestors are really wanting you to, I guess, hone in on your skills, right? They really want you to hone in on your skills. Like, they want you to become the mastermind of your skill. All right. Them having you reflect and be off to yourself and observe the things that are going on around you. Everything from the spiritual animals, the spiritual totems that's coming about, the different things that are happening on a day-to-day. They like wanting you to observe this stuff so that you can know when would it be the appropriate time to take risks. Like, they want you to be one of those calculated risk takers. All right, because there is a window of opportunity that's going to open up for you. And when this window opens up, they want you to be prepared. They want you to be ready. All right, so you're spending a lot of time refining things. You're spending a lot of time reflecting. You're spending a lot of time going inside of yourself so that you can better understand what your assignment is. And many of you are elevating to new assignments or different assignments. And so your ancestors are not wanting you to take on anything outside of your assignment. They're not wanting you to take on anything outside of your assignment. So you might see, that's why they don't want you really paying attention to what everybody else is doing, because you might see something that someone else is doing and it might influence what they've already told you to do. It might influence something as it relates to your assignment. So they don't want you doing that. They don't want you paying attention or focusing on anything that anyone else has going on. They want you to stay in your lane, like the lane that they put you in, because they put you there for a reason, because you were the person for this assignment and that person was the person for that assignment. All right, so although it looks good, although it looks interesting, although it looks entertaining, they don't want you doing that. They want you to do what you were assigned to do. And they have given you the downloads and the messages as to what it is that you're designed to do. Your ancestors are wanting you to ensure that you are protecting your energy from certain things. Like that you are protecting your energy from things that do not serve you in a positive manner. Okay? So whatever protection rituals that you're having to do, whatever grounding techniques that you're having to do, but really protecting yourself. All right, not allowing the enemy or the negative entities that are trying to come in and obstruct your path to know what your next move is going to be. Okay, they're saying for you to lay down suppressive fire, right? And so that suppressive fire is decoy. Suppressive fire is a decoy, right? So it's a decoy that they want you to do. They want you to put out a decoy. So this suppressive fire, this decoy, is pretty much to throw opposing forces off. So anything that's trying to come against you, it will not know exactly what it is that you are doing, because you have this decoy. You've put up this suppressive fire. You're laying down this suppressive fire, and it doesn't know where to strike next. Okay, your guides and your ancestors don't want people to know where to strike. All right. And this thing that you're going through is preparing you for this greatness, this manifestation, this abundance, this desired life, this dream state, all right? Things that you can only envision in your dreams, right? But that's what they are wanting you to do. They don't want your enemies to know exactly where you're headed. They don't want these opposing entities to know exactly where you're headed. So you can't give them a hint as to where you're headed or the direction that they have you going in. All right? You have to move swiftly, and you have to be calculated in your movements. That's what your ancestors wanted you to do. They wanted you to be calculated in your movements. They don't want you telling everyone your downloads unless they permitted you to share the download. But they don't want that for you. All right? Because that's what's been happening. That's how these little things are showing up in the path. Although majority of the path is designed, some of the things that are coming in your path, they weren't meant to be there. They got there because the opposing force that's trying to stop you on your soul path got wind of where you were going. Okay? So they don't want these opposing forces to be able to come in and interfere with the plan. So you have to be calculated. There is a balancing of both the masculine and the feminine energy. You can't have too much of both right now. It's calling for a balance. It's even calling for a balance between the spiritual and the physical. All right? So finding that balance within all of this is also a part of the test. All right? Being able to ground when necessary is also a part of the test. Because a lot of things that are appearing on the path is an illusion of a threat, but it's not really a threat. Okay? It's as big of a threat as you allow it to be, as your mind allow it to be. That's what your ancestors are saying. Like, the only thing that can hurt you or stop you are the things that you allow to hurt you and stop you, whether that be a mental stop or a spiritual stop. Okay? So these things can only hurt you if you give them access to hurt you, if you give them the passcode, if you give them the key to hurt you. All right? There are so many different situations where people are confusing the new you with your past self. Okay? And reminding you of who you once were without seeing who you have now evolved to be. Okay? And so those situations are the ones that you are now having to distance yourself from until they either evolve, until they evolve. But you're not that person anymore. And so these things are trying to come in and constantly remind you and constantly program you into believing that you are still a part of that. And that's not where you're headed. That's not where your ancestors got you going. That's not where your guides have you going. Okay? Your guides and your ancestors, they're wanting you to find your new imprint. Find your new footprint, all right, in this path. Create your new imprints in this path, all right?
And in order to do that, this is going to take you to do your studying of self and your observation and your and all of those things that require you to reflect and learn from past situations and past teachings, because even some of the things that you learned have been refined, all right, have been evolved. There's a new addition to it, right? So you are becoming a new addition of self, and there are new additions to the information that you was once fed, okay? And so now is the time to reassess and reevaluate those things so that you could take those calculated risks that your ancestors are wanting you to take. Whew. So your nightly surrender is surrendering to new knowledge and surrendering to a new awareness of self. Okay, surrendering to new knowledge and surrendering to a new awareness of self. All right. So again, new frequency, new energy, new earth, acclimation. You're being acclimated, right? And when that time comes, all this stuff that you have done during your acclimation period is what's going to help to push you forward, keep you where you are, or push you back. And you don't want to go back. You don't want to go backwards, all right? You want to continue to move forward on your path. You want to continue to move forward with your purpose. You want to continue to pay homage and give honor to your ancestors. You want to give honor to your spiritual guides. You want to give you just want to give honor to the nature spirits. You want to give honor to your territorial ancestors. Like, you want to just give honor to all of them so that they can help assist you with this changing world. All right, with this changing world, because things are changing. Things are not how they were 10 years ago. Things are not how they were 20 years ago. There's going to be constant shifts. All right, constant shifts in our daily lives, constant shifts in the cosmos, constant shifts all around. All right, so that's what we're doing. We are surrendering to our new awareness of self and surrendering to our new knowledge. Listen, I hope you guys really enjoyed this message. I hope I was able to deliver the message the way that the ancestors intended me to deliver it tonight. And I'll holler at y'all.